Also, you can access the Purified Chamber from any PC. Be sure to try that feature. Now, the issue is how Shadow Pokemon should be recovered from Cypher. It looks as if you'll have to get busy some more with the snack machine and Zonka. What do you have to say? Wow, our long-held dream. The Purified Chamber is finally finished. It stirs up emotions. It's bringing up a lump in my throat. Jovi? The Purified Chamber was very pretty, with things spinning around. Jovi wishes she could ride too. Will the professor let Jovi go on it if Jovi asks nicely? Maybe. If you're a trainer like I am. Mom? The director came back safely, and the Purified Chamber was completed. We can finally slow down and catch our breath. Oh, he passed away. I never noticed that. After your father passed away, Professor Crane and I carried on with his studies. Oh, so my father is actually dead in this game. Like, I was thinking, Michael, I think, that's the kid's name in Wes. I was actually thinking if, he and Wes were father and son. If he were here to see this, I'm sure that your father would be happy and proud. Hey, I think he already is proud. Oh, what should I do? My knees are shaking. I feel so inspired. Please let me know if you want to use the Purified Chamber from now on. I'll sometimes go to the Relic Stone to purify my chamber if I want. Alright, and Zonka. Now, all systems are go for purifying Shadow Pokemon. Those thugs came after the director because he was researching purification. They were going to misuse his research so they could make Shadow Pokemon that can't be purified. It's unforgivable. Especially when you're stealing other trainers' Pokemon. It's been a long and winding road getting here. But now that we've finally finished, I'll forget all the trials and tribulations we had to endure. Whoops, I've got a job to do. I'll explain. Oh, we already, I guess I can, read over this stuff, so. What should I explain? The basics. So in total, there are 9 sets in the Purified Chamber. One Shadow Pokemon can be placed in the center of each set. The Shadow Pokemon is referred to as the Visitor. Up to 4 regular Pokemon can be placed around the Visitor. Depending on the number and kinds of regular Pokemon, and how they are positioned, the pace of purification will be affected. You should try different combinations and see for yourself what works best. Okay, so what else should I read? Flow. The speed at which a Shadow Pokemon is purified is referred to as flow. In order to heighten flow, it's necessary to boost the tempo of the set. One other thing, the direction in which the visitor in the center is facing is also important. For the best flow, the Shadow Pokemon should be facing a regular Pokemon type against which its attack should be super effective. Okay. So what else? Tempo. This is the last thing to read about. Okay, so the type matchups among the regular Pokemon surrounding the Shadow Pokemon determine the tempo of that set. A set with high tempo is the key to purifying Shadow Pokemon efficiently. To make a set with good tempo, the important thing is to place as many regular Pokemon as possible. As mentioned, Type matchups among the regular Pokemon are also important. The regular Pokemon should form a ring in which each Pokemon has a type advantage to the one next to it in one direction. I'll explain how the Purified Chamber operates. Nah, I'm done. If there's anything you don't understand about the Purified Chamber's operation, just let me know. Okay. Okay, so what do I do next? Oh, speaking of Cypher, Lily, have you made any progress with that data ROM we brought back from Cypher's lab? Yeah, I remember that. Oh yes, I've asked Datan to analyze the contents of that data ROM. It should be ready soon. So I've asked Datan to analyze the contents of that data ROM. It should be ready soon. Okay. And Zonka, could you go upstairs and ask Datan how he's doing? Datan is the man in the room next to the director's office. Remember? He was compiling the basic data, so Datan is the man in the room next to the director's office. He was compiling the basic data, so Big Brother's tired, so Jovi will go. Oh, Jovi, it's okay. This is for work. Thanks, Jovi. Ahaha, seeing Jovi and her boundless energy makes me realize I'm back home. Anyway, I wonder what's on that data ROM. Oh, Jovi, there's no stopping you. Please, and Zonka, go ask Datan how he's doing in his office upstairs. Okay. So I gotta go upstairs, huh? Okay, so the what room am I supposed to go to? Hey. The original director of the Pokemon HQ lab, in other words, your father in Zonka, I owe a lot to. He had an outstanding mind. Not just that, when it came to battling, there was no one better. And Zonka, perhaps you've inherited all of your father's good qualities. I bet. Okay, it boggles my mind that you went and rescued the director all by yourself, Enzanka. I don't think anyone's capable of beating you in a battle anymore in the HQ lab, Enzanka. Alright, do you feel like training again today? No. I'm all set and ready whenever you are. Come see me whenever you like. Are you Datan? You went and marched right into the bad guys' midst. I bet that made you even tougher in battle. I'd say you got that way because you regularly train on the battle sim system that I keep tuned. Yeah, I know, that's half bragging, but hey, isn't it also half true? Aha! I'm sorry. By the way, while studying Shadow Pokemon, we made several interesting discoveries. Okay? They relate to a condition we call the reverse mode of Shadow Pokemon. Would you like to hear about it? Okay, I mean, like, this is a walkthrough, so sure. A Shadow Pokemon will occasionally go out of control if its emotions run wild. That's what we refer to as reverse mode. When a Shadow Pokemon is undergoing purification, its heart slowly opens as it gradually prepares to return to its natural state. However, its shadowy aura doesn't go away until purification is complete. A Shadow Pokemon sometimes snaps under its influence. That's why a Shadow Pokemon is more apt to go into reverse mode the closer it is to full purification. It's quite ironic. When a Shadow Pokemon is in reverse mode, it will take damage from its own attacks, and it won't accept any item except a cologne scent. For that reason, if a Pokemon goes into reverse mode, make it come to its senses by calling it or giving it a cologne massage. One last thing, a Shadow Pokemon can't come out of reverse mode on its own. That's why you've got to look after it. Where is Datan? No, Oh, and Zonka, welcome back. After what happened, I went and checked up on the older Shadow Pokemon incidents. Would you like to hear about what I've discovered so far? Okay. 5 years ago, a criminal organization named Cypher used a group called Team Snag'em to round up Pokemon. Yeah, Wes used to work for Team Snag'em. Cypher used artificial means to close the hearts of the captured Pokemon and turned them into vicious fighting machines. They were what we call Shadow Pokemon. Cypher planned to take over the world by arming their trainers with the Shadow Pokemon. But their plan was thwarted by a young man who quit Team Snag'em. That's Wes. And by a girl who had a special ability to identify Shadow Pokemon, and that is Rui. This time, maybe it will be you that stops Cypher and Zonka. That would be incredible! Would you like to hear more? Yeah. I guess I am, Wes's successor in this game. Anyway, Cypher's then boss was named Evis. Yeah, he was the mayor of Phoenix City, though he was acting as the mayor of a city under a different name. Yeah, just like I said. Evis is still safely behind bars, so I don't know how Cypher managed to come back. I don't know either. Either a new boss has emerged, or Evis wasn't the big boss. It's got to be one of the two. That's interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. That's all the information I was able to dig up. I hope it helps you, Enzonka, even if just a little bit. Oh yes, all of us are analyzing the data that we get sent from your PDA, Enzonka. Thanks to that data, we've made many discoveries about Shadow Pokemon. You should talk to our research people for details. I see. Okay, Jovi. Oh? Isn't Datan the man who's always fooling around with his computer here? This is strange. Jovi wonders where he went. Oh, so let's see. Where is Datan? Hey, Kekleon. Kek to you too. What's that? Datan? Let me think. Oh, he went downstairs earlier. He had this look of consternation on his face. Okay, so he must be downstairs. Quagsire. Cider. A sound from the TV set appears to be disturbing the Pokemon. We're beginning to get a much better picture on Shadow Pokemon. We owe it all to you, Enzonka. Seriously. Huh? What? I'm always just watching TV. That's not true. Would you like to hear about the research I've conducted? The theme of my research is the standard moves of Shadow Pokemon. Sure. First, let me summarize the characteristics of Shadow Pokemon. They have several sad qualities. They won't evolve or level up, they're not friendly, and they can only use Shadow moves. But once purification starts, Shadow Pokemon are actually growing stronger and friendlier within their closed hearts. Check Shadow Pokemon when they are being purified. You'll see that sometimes they remember the standard moves from their natural states. When purification is complete, the experience a Shadow Pokemon has earned is suddenly applied. It may learn moves or even evolve. The standard moves that Shadow Pokemon learn during purification are quite often gentle and friendly in nature, I think. If that happens, it makes me think that the Shadow Pokemon is regaining its natural form. See? Didn't my research help? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to go back to watching TV. Sorry for judging you. If Cypher kidnapped Professor Crane, did they also attack that missing cargo ship? Yes. Cypher's return is disturbing, but I'm glad to see the director back safe and sound. We all owe you a big thanks, Anzanka, for your fantastic achievement. Okay. It's on the news, huh? We bring you Arms News. This is a story on the man who works inside Pyrite's Landmark, the town's giant windmill. The man is familiar to all with his slogan, 35 long years of cranking gears. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. However, there have been rumors in some quarters that perhaps his claim of 35 years is hugely exaggerated, and that the real figure is 5 years. Asking the man himself proved fruitless since he refused to say anything other than 35 long years of cranking gears. While the truth is shrouded in mystery, ONBS pledges to determinedly follow up on this story. 35 long years of cranking gears. Okay, gotta go back downstairs. Datan has to be downstairs. Where is Datan? Oh, you're looking for Datan? I saw someone go outside earlier. Maybe that was Datan? Okay. It's Pleasant Minor. I'm sorry. It's Pleasant Minor. Okay. I'm still looking around. Are your Pokemon doing well? I've formed a combo with this baby here. I want to make it battle a lot so that it will evolve quickly. Curlia. Okay, so... yeah, he's probably outside. Where is Datan? I saw Datan trudging outside the lab with a forlorn expression on his face. Is there something the matter? I have no idea. That's why I gotta talk to him. I knew it! Their hideout was in the southeast. So they were using that abandoned lab on the sly, were they? That's wickedly clever of them. You gotta be in here, huh? Wow, and Zonka, I heard. You've done amazing things. You're putting even grown-ups to shame. I might become your fan. If I'm ever kidnapped, promise me that you'll come save me. Sure. He's not in here. Yeah, I talked to everyone in here, so... must be somewhere on the sides, right? Oh, what the hell? What's this? Yeah, I totally forgot you can go this way in the game. It has to be this way, right? Ah, I remember now! Yeah, it's... Ah, I'm sorry, Professor. I couldn't decipher it. Huh? Oh, it's you, Anzanka. You scared me half to death. That data ROM is heavily protected like a bank vault. It would take a seriously talented guy to break through and get at the contents. A seriously talented guy, you say? Professor, I'm terribly sorry. It can't be helped, and if it's a seriously talented guy we need, well, I think I may have a solution. Who would that person be? And Zonka, I'm sorry to spring this on you, but can you deliver the data ROM to Arms in Pirate Town? Okay, so I gotta go to Pirate Town. Datan, hand the data ROM to Nzonka, please. Oh, right away. Okay, receive the data ROM from Datan. Arms is known as a TV network, but they're much more than that. The people that later founded Arms were actually instrumental in breaking Cypher's conspiracy 5 years ago. Please deliver that data ROM to Net at Arms. He's the right-hand man to Sec, Arms' leader. I'm confident that he will be able to get at the contents of that data ROM. Okay, so Pirate is past Agate. It's quite far, so be careful when you're traveling out that way. Okay, so I gotta go to Pirate Town.